Hello everyone, Noto Addiction speaking here, and in today's video we're going to discuss do not let gambling addiction destroy you. Take your life back. If you're new here or you already been here, go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into this topic. Man. Don't let your gambling addiction destroy you, for real. Take your life back. It's your life. It's your life. And when you are struggling and you have the shambles and the shackles of gambling addiction on you, you can feel like your life isn't even yours anymore. Because when you're trapped in this type of addiction, and I know it all so well, you know it all so well, I've got all these videos, but I feel like I need to touch on this a lot more because a lot of people are really suffering with this, and I want to touch on this some more. We're going to be talking about a whole bunch of other addictions on this channel as well, but it seems like this right here is a very rampant thing that's going on right now. And a lot of people are like really coming to me about this, saying that, oh, they're feeling this way. So I'm going to keep pushing these videos out to keep you guys on the path, and I've done it and I know you can do it too. But you're going to have to take your life back. You have to take your life back. It will put you in shackles, make you feel like you have nothing else. It feels like your life revolves around the next bit. Because especially when you have big losses, you back down in this hole, you just get tired of being in that hole, sad. You know how many nights, I'm talking about years on end, how many nights that I was just mad and like, oh my God, I'm so down in the dumps, It's like your whole life just revolves around these dang games. It revolves around losing your money, revolves around going out here trying to have fun, but end up being stressed out. You stressed really the whole time, whether you having fun or whether you winning or you're losing, you're stressing the whole time, because when you're stressing what you're winning, you think about, okay, I hope that I can get more, hopefully I can get my money back. And when you're losing, you definitely stressing because you're losing. And now you're dipping into more money that you tried to put in, and you dipping into more money than you took, and now you're dipping into your savings now. So that's even more stressful. So you're stressing when you're winning and you're stressing when you're losing. I know how I feel to really be on this end and just your whole life just revolve around this gambling addiction. But I had it bad, and I know a lot of you have it bad. But I'm telling you, you can do this. You can take your life back. It's your life. It's your life. You strong enough to do it. You are definitely strong enough to do it. I didn't feel like I was strong enough to do it because I looked at it as, oh man, it's an easy come up. It's an easy that. The allure. You always thinking about the big win, but you got to understand, you can take your life back. It's your life to live. You can live it the way you want to live. You don't have to be bound by this, because think about how life was before you started gambling. You was living just fine. To a certain degree, hopefully, if you had a pretty good, decent life. I'm not sure how your life was, but if you had a pretty decent life, your life was really good before gambling. Your life can be good without gambling. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, think about it. When you was a kid, you wasn't hooked on gambling. You were still having fun. You were still enjoying your life. You were still doing things that you wanted to do. You wasn't held by the shackles of this addiction that's constantly preying on you, constantly got you feeling down, constantly messing up your hormones, constantly making you feel bad about yourself. It's just up and down of emotions. That's bad for you. That's bad for you on the inside. Because when money is involved, that's a whole different type of stress. It's not even just the regular stress you face on just a day-to-day, because money is something we need to get through our everyday lives. So that's our very livelihood is tied to this currency. And the fact that we're actually throwing this currency away and being preyed upon with this currency, losing our currency that we need to live and actually have a decent life and be able to do certain things that we would do in a normal life and do things for yourself, whether it's essentials or vacations or non-essentials or just extracurricular activities. You can't even do that because you're betting all the money away. So this is right here. Gambling will really take your life away, like literally and figuratively. If you're looking at more severe situations. But this is very serious though. This is definitely very serious, because I know how I felt, and I know on my darkest nights how I was feeling, what kind of thoughts was going through my head. So I'm gonna tell you right now, guys, you have the power to do it. I'm telling you now, you have the power to do it, and you probably don't feel like you have it. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not be next week, might not even be next month. But I'm telling you right now, you can do it. You can do it. You can quit. You can leave it alone. I'm telling you, and it's really bright on the other side. But you're gonna have to let go of everything you lost. That's another thing. You got to take accountability, and you're gonna have to let go of everything that you lost. And that's the hard part. that's taking that L, saying, oh man, I lost all this money, I done did all this, I done wasted all this time. You're gonna have to let all of that go. But I'm telling you, once you do that, in turn, being free, as opposed to just keep trying to chase this and trying to right your wrongs, because you can't right your wrong with this type of deal right here. You're not about to right your wrong with this type of deal. And to be honest, if you end up starting to right your wrong, this say that you want all your money back that you ever played in one night. The cycles are still going to continue, because now you got more reassurance to continue going down a whole nother path. So now you're going to be like, oh, I want all this money. So you're going to keep going. And this is going to prolong the situation. So that's why winning is not even good in this situation either. It's not even good, because it's going to prolong the process, and then you're going to end up eventually having those dark nights again. And it's going to be even worse, because you won back all the money that you lost, and you're going to be thinking about all the money that you won back, and you're like, I could have had this, or I could have had that. I lost the money, got it back, and lost it again. You know how bad that's going to make you feel? You know how much that's going to weigh on your psychology? That's going to make you feel real bad, even worse than you did before. Trust me. Trust me. I've won back money that I've lost, and I lost it again. That losing money twice feels way worse than just losing it once. Trust me. Because in your mind you're saying, oh, I had it. You see what I mean? So like, it's just crazy. And the whole thing is, your whole life revolves around it. That's the big problem right there. Your whole life revolves around it. Even if you think so, you're not thinking about gambling, even if you're just cooking or having a outing, but you know after this outing you're thinking about going to gamble. You're thinking about, oh, I'm going to win. Because even you can't even enjoy your regular activities and going to watch TV or going to enjoy festivities with your family, because you probably done lost so much money. Now your mood down, you don't want to hang out with nobody, you don't want to be talking to nobody. You might even be turning down family time because you down in the dumps from a big loss. This is how this can take over your life. It takes over your life. Because when I lost, I didn't want to be around anybody. I'm gonna tell you right now, when I lost, you couldn't talk to me. Oh, we going to the club. If I had plans for that day, everything is over with. No, you to the club. Oh no, we ain't going to the club. I ain't got no money. I lost all my money. You gonna give me some money? You gonna pay my way in? And even then, if they did pay my way in, I'm still gonna be mad the whole night because I lost all my money. I don't want to spend his money. I don't care about somebody buying my way in just to come out and hang out with the homies. No, I'm still mad. So even then, even if somebody paid all my way for me to eat, food, have fun, and all that stuff, it still would have affected me because I'm still mad about losing at the game room. So this thing has a long reach. You could go way across and try to enjoy a vacation. Your family be like, oh, you lost all your money. Like, say for instance, all y'all was like, y'all gonna pay our way, pay a segment, as in like Airbnb or whatever, to vacation. You know how you vacation, everybody chip in. And say for instance, you ain't have your cut because you gambled and you lost it all away, right? And your family say, oh, you know what, we'll pay away. You can't even enjoy the vacation. One, you're mad because they had to pay away because you had to lose, because you lost your money gambling. So you can't even enjoy yourself in that regard. And you're already mad about you losing the money. So you're not gonna feel comfortable on the whole trip. The whole trip you're gonna feel like, dang, I'm a freeloader, I'm this, I'm that, but I still lost my money. So you mad about two different things. You can't even accept the favor that they give. You see what I'm saying? This is how it affects your life. You can't even enjoy yourself because you done lost this money. This can affect every facet of your life. You be like, okay, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do that. You lost your money that you earned, but somebody else tried to give it to you. You can't even accept that. You can't even accept blessings. You know what I'm saying? You can't even accept that's a big problem. Somebody try to bless you with something, you can't even accept it because you so mad at yourself that you lost money that you've earned, so you can't even enjoy that somebody will be willing to bless you with nothing, wanting nothing in return. I couldn't do that. Yeah, because when they offered to pay my way to the club, pay my way to eat at the restaurants and all that, wherever we went, club hopping or whatever that night, I couldn't enjoy that because I didn't want it. So after that night, when I was like mad and I was like a buzzkill the whole night. I was not fun to be around at all because I was still worrying about the money that I lost that night. I lost like 2K that night. Those were my glory days one time, and I was at the end of it. I was like the tail end of my glory days off that big 5K win I had, because I was young and I was walking around with 5K, but that was like my last 2K and I lost that. I was about to go party that night. I told everybody, drinks on me, I'm gonna pay everything. I was on that type of time, but I lost all of that money in like 2 hours. And ever since then, all my plans changed. And they tried to say, oh, bro, don't worry about it, bro. We'll pay your way, bro. My whole night was ruined. So think about it. It doesn't matter about going out to the club. It just could be just doing regular stuff in life. Like you can just be going. You want to go to a walk with your daughter. You don't even want to go on a walk with your kids or nothing like that because you're so mad. You can't even enjoy yourself. Your mood is down. Your everything. You don't feel good about yourself at all. When you lose that money and you feel like nothing. Some people, you just don't even feel like you want to live. You don't want to go outside. You want to detach yourself from reality. So that can detach yourself from friends. That can detach yourself from your job. Some people might even quit their job because they just don't even want to, because they feel like you're working for nothing. This can affect every aspect of your life, every facet of your life. This is why I say, don't let gambling addiction destroy you, because it can destroy you. It can get deep within you, get deep under your skin, deep into your emotions, have you deep into your emotions and into an abyss of a hole that seems like a bottomless pit. That's what it really feels like, a bottomless pit. You are forever falling and falling. It's like no end in sight. It's really no end in sight. That's why I say you have the power to take your life back. You can enjoy your life again and stop worrying about stressing. Stop worrying about stressing of losing all your money. Stop worrying about the stress of getting the next bet. Stop worrying about what somebody else won. Don't worry about what the lottery is saying. Just focus on your life and making yourself better, and just right the wrongs that you did and accept that you made a lot of wrongs. Accept that you had losses and just go on with it. Don't worry about the time that you spent. Don't worry about the money that you lost. Just move on with your life, and I promise you it'll be much better. It might not be much better right away, but as time goes on, I'm telling you, you will be way better off. Trust me, I know that. It took me months to see that, because I kept thinking about, like, dang, man, going to take a $20 and winning $600 don't sound bad right about now. Hearing the stories of what other people doing and stuff, because that can lure you back in as well. So even when you leaving, it's almost like you having withdrawals, even with yourself, thinking that you want to win, but you hearing other people's stories, you seeing this and that, and then you got the pop-up ads. They shove it in your face in so many different ways. With you got your people, you probably got to change your circle of people that you hanging around, because they're associated. You probably weren't even real friends to begin with. You probably only had like just associates by way of sharing the same habits. That's a big thing with the gambling thing too. A lot of people aren't really friends. They just have a common addiction. You know what I'm saying? Their only association with each other is through this addiction of gambling. And I know that. That's why these communities are built. But you notice when somebody stops gambling, you don't hang around those same people anymore. That's real funny, right? But if you're real friends though, you're real friends, nah. You're only friends because you have a common addiction. And you have to understand that. And that can draw you back in when you're trying to quit. So knowing that you have to cut those people off, I'm going to make a whole video about that, because I got some things I need to say about that. But I ain't going to get too deep into that. But take your life back. You can take your life back, because I took my life back. And I'm glad that I can have money in my account. I can see it. It's not in the negatives no more. I'm not looking down on myself no more. Like, mad. Like, I'm talking about every time I looked at my bank account, it's in the negatives. And I know what it was. And I just got paid that day. Just got paid that day, but my stuff in the negatives by the end of the night. Couldn't pay my bills, couldn't pay that, so I had to go and get a payday loan. Sometimes I went and got a payday loan and bet that, so I had to wait a whole another 2 weeks to get paid for my job and pay the payday loan back and pay the bill back. So you put yourself in a hole with 3 different checks week by week, just from one night of gambling. That's what I was doing, and it was kept on over and over again. Until I eventually lost my spot. Until I eventually couldn't just pay my bills no more. Because this habit was just taking over my life to the point where I couldn't even sustain my own living conditions. I was making more than enough money to stay there and stay there comfortably and actually build a life. But when you have a strangle of an addiction like this, it's nothing wrong. It's like trying to have this, keep your blood inside of you, but you got a whole bunch of leeches just sucking you out of you. And that's your gambling addiction. There's a whole bunch of leeches just attached to your body, sucking all your blood out. But you trying to have regular circulation, but they're taking all your blood out of you. You gotta scrape them off. You gotta scrape them off, man. Scrape off the leeches of gambling addiction. I guess is what it is. It's whatever. But anyway, you can take your life back. On a more serious note, you can take your life back, because I did. I thought that I would never be able to quit. I had it bad every day, multiple times a day. I was gambling. Always on my mind was gambling. All I wanted when it was the big win, I didn't care about what nobody was saying. When it was time to go gamble, it was good. And if I won, everybody was happy. I was happy. I was taking everybody out. I was celebrating. When I lost, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was sad in the dumps. Leave me alone. Let me go to sleep. Let me figure this out. That's how I was. That's how it went down. And I didn't want to know. I ain't let nobody know the reasons why I was mad. I just said, just leave me alone, and left it alone like that. To this day, people don't even know why I refuse going places and turn them down, even though I planned it weeks in advance. said no to trips, said no to outings and stuff like that. Yeah, my whole mood changed when I lost my money. So that's how I was. It took over my life. I couldn't even enjoy the good parts of my life because I was mad about this part of my life right here that was draining me. This part is just constantly draining you. It's like you having a pot, you trying to pour water in it, and it got holes in one half of it, and the other half is this hole. But the gambling addiction is the part with the holes in it. You can hold a little bit if you tilt the pot. You can hold a little bit of water, but you keep tilting to this way, and it's draining you. So you holding water, but you're draining at the same time. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And the more deeper you get into it, the more of that pot becomes hold and with the holes in it. Less percentage of it becomes where it's actually cupping the water and holding your lifestyle right here. But this is the drainage. And the deeper in you get into it, the more it's going to drain you. So eventually you start pouring the water in there, it don't hold at all. That's how it's going to be. And hopefully it never gets to that point for any guys, to any of you, because that can lead to dire results. And I hate that. I would hate that for any of you. And it almost happened for me. It almost happened to me. So hopefully this helps anybody that comes across this video that's struggling with gambling addiction. Just know that you aren't alone. Know that I've been there and I know how you feel. And I'm going to continue to make these types of videos so to encourage you that you can do it, and that you're not alone out here, and that there's a whole community of people that are actually trying to do the same thing, and that you have a lot of things to live for, and just to be able to take your life back and give you hope that there is a lot of sunshine on the other side of this addiction. Excuse me. But anyway, if any of this resonated with you in any shape, form, or fashion, go and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And remember, guys, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out.
I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy. And all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no, don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people they came up with, now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.